Namaskar everyone. So welcome to On the Balcony on Monday. And it's a great day. Yeah, you get a chance of seeing what a day is like. Just welcoming you to the morning. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, you see what the skies are like. So let's come into a peaceful space as we meet this day. Breathe in the vitality of life, the prana. It's free. It's nourishing. And it nourishes what we call the vital body, the prana body, the pranamaya kosha. That is the one that restores your nervous strength, the one that feeds all the critical areas that operate the body. So they feed the operational pranas. The prana, your pranic body becomes depleted by mental activity, emotional activity, through your actions, because actions also involve prana. So you have the prana that comes from Kundalini within you, the inner prana, and you have the prana that comes from the world around you. That's why we use the medulla and the third eye, and we focus on the Ida Pingala Shishumna. And that's how you revitalize the subtle body, the pranamaya kosha, it's called in the Vedanta. A joy to be with you as always. I just open up my mind, open up my space to involve you in my mind. And so I come into your space. The more we attune to our omnipresent self, our non-local self, the more we can make that virtual connection in the energy space. When I do that, I'm breathing the prana into the chakras. So I bring in oxygen at the same time to nourish the physical brain and the physical system, and I bring in prana at the same time. So we are all built for that. As you know, I like to follow up on my talk from yesterday, where I spoke about the taking worship to another level. Where we can really honor the power of the universe that is operating inside of us. First of all, we need to be able to appreciate this power inside of us. Because if we can't appreciate it within, we'll never be able to appreciate it without. If we think we are human, then we see a material world only. We see bodies, we don't see souls. We're not able to appreciate the finer things in life. We're not able to appreciate consciousness, nor are we able to appreciate the subtle world. And it is the subtle world that is behind plant life. It is the subtle world that is behind all the forces of nature. And that in plants we have what is called devas, the guardians of the plants that are in the inner world, that are in the subtle world. And if we begin to communicate with the plant through them, we can do phenomenal work, as was shown in the Findhorn project in Scotland. And those nature projects across the world where we treat with plants as life. And also animal too. Animals have soul like us. And we need to be able to appreciate that energetic structure within us, that energy reality, that energy form within us. And by extension, we'll be able to to appreciate it in the world, even in the conversations, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in a social space. It's energy exchanges. When you meet anyone, it's an energy presence relating to each other. And when you can feel that, you can navigate relationships from the inner space. You can just be silent in a space and bring peace in a space, bring harmony in a space, bring a unity in a space, simply by exuding that peaceful energy and harmonious energy from your own space. Sometimes when you come into a space, you feel helpless to change the space because you can feel the heaviness of the space or the dark energy of the space, and you feel helpless. But if you're able to come into your own light and generate this very beautiful positive energy in your being and extend that aura in the space by just opening up your energies in the space and holding the entire space in your consciousness, you can do phenomenal work in any space. That's how I worked in the secular world, always bringing this energy of light into the space. And it was just so thrilling, so marvelous to see how people were impacted by it without me saying a word of spirituality, no spiritual language, and how people were impacted just by the presence. And so that's the power we have. So you need to be awakened to that power within you, and only then can you honor the God without as well. You need to honor the God within first. You need to find God within. Of course, my first book and first series of talks are based on seeking God within. And then the other thing that I spoke on Sunday about the offering we make. We want to pray to God, we want to offer God things in a ritualistic way, and but the more important offering, and perhaps the ultimate offering, is the ego. Giving God your imperfections, giving God your all in the inner world, your whole mind, your whole heart, your whole soul, your whole being. And that's what Christ meant when he said, love God. In his first commandment, he said, love God with your whole being, love God with your whole mind, your whole heart, or with all of your being, love God. And that's what he meant. And then he said the kingdom of heaven lies within you. So we need to look for that God inside of us, find that God first. And he says, seek ye that kingdom first. And then all these secular things, all these material things will be added unto you, will come to you. How true it is. And it's echoed in all the major scriptures that if we really follow the divine way, that the God will take care of us, the universe will take care of us. So we need to find that God within first. We need to retreat in the inner space when the senses are overwhelming, so that we can make that God connection in the inner space first. And when you make it there, then you'll begin to recognize the God presence in all things. And that's what happened to me in my 40 days. So when I made this bigger transformation inside, this big shift, when I came outside, the world was totally different. I can still remember very clearly. I saw the plant world different. I saw human beings different. I felt human beings as different. I experienced them as different. I could feel inside of them, and I could feel their energies mirrored in my being, and I can feel when I'm touching them. And that became tremendously exciting. I became more quiet. I felt at peace, completely at peace, and completely in touch with the inner world. And so the outer world didn't have that kind of appeal for me like it did before. And my satisfaction, my fulfillment came from the inner space. So we need to know that inner space first. And we need to make the true offering to the divine every day as we offer our mind, that it be purified. We offer our senses, we offer everything. Those are the superior offerings that we can make to God or to the universe. And meditation is a way of really getting in touch with the God within, with the self within, with that deeper consciousness center within us, and that deeper level of energy within us in our energy body. We need to become more conscious of that. And that's what I've been trying to teach you, trying to guide you to, trying to inspire you through all these talks. So I'm communicating not just words, but I'm communicating from the inner space to you. And the most beautiful thing is that it doesn't matter where you are today, if you just take a moment to sit in the silence and listen to me, or listen to me in the silence, you'll feel that incredible space that I'm communicating to you. So we have to catch it. And that's the whole principle of Shaktipat. That when you come into the presence of the masters who have mastered the energy field, you feel the electrification in their presence. You feel this beautiful energy influencing you. That's what I felt in the presence of Muktananda and in the presence of his ashram in Ganeshpuri. And that's what we have created here at the Blue Star. We have created a center where you can actually immerse yourself in that light. So no matter how much fluctuation is in your space, no matter what is happening in your internal space, you need to be aware and to recognize that the divine is in you at the deepest level of being. So if you're operating at a surface level where there is so much noise and so much fluctuation of energies, how can you pick up that inner space? So you need to really be silent, as the proverbs of the Bible said. Be still and know that I am God. When you still the mind, as Patanjali said too, stop the vrittis in the consciousness, in the chitta. Stop the vrittis, and he says that you would experience that unity. And he says that then you can actually center in the seer, in the divine seer within you, that is beyond the ego. So it's a beautiful, beautiful Monday. It's a joy for me to look at nature because I see life. It's just absolutely beautiful to look at nature. And you can hear the birds. Wherever you are, know that we are connected in spirit. That you can feel everything that I'm communicating to you. If you remain open and silent within. So let's take a moment of silence. But always remember that even if the mind is silent, there's still beautiful movement of energies in the space. Your prana apana circuit continues to move. Your chakras continue to move, spreading energies across the body. Your presence continues to be energies in movement, creating an aura around your being, in and around your being. I'm centered now here in the medulla, third eye, along the spinal column, completely enjoying nature, all the elements, completely energizing, revitalizing my sense organs. I'm feeling totally fulfilled. If you're driving in the moment, just keep the eyes open, but stay centered in the inside. Stay in the heart. Stay in the loving being. And appreciate your world. Not only physically, but also energetically. It's a beautiful world. It's a magical world. Especially if you can experience the energy behind things. It's a magical world. I can't tell you how much this phenomenal world delights me, because I can see it and I can see beyond it. The physical world is only an expression of the energetic world. It is the last part of it. It's the peripheral part of it. And when you can experience the energy behind things, it's amazing. Then you don't see aging, you see beauty, like we see in the fall when the leaves turn color and they drop off and the naked tree is there. It's beautiful in its own way. It's a regeneration cycle that all things must go through. Life is cyclical. Well, what can I say except to wish you a delightful day, everyone. See the world that is alive with an undercurrent of life energy behind everything. Honor the breath today. Don't be so consumed in your computers and cell phones and mental work that you can't appreciate the beauty of prana in the breath and the power of oxygen. To oxygenate the body, nourishing every cell. So let me wish you an amazing day and healing energy today, whatever ailments are in your space. And let's use the mantra for regeneration, restoration. And for detaching from everything that is unhealthy. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. That means I honor the divine that is everywhere. Om Trayambakam, the all-seeing one. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe. We worship you, all-seeing one. The one who sees and knows all. Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Your fragrance, which is the pranic fragrance, the energetic fragrance, nourishes and brings prosperity. Pushtivardhanam. Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrichur mokshiya. Free me from all the attachments that are unhealthy. And like the ripened gourd that falls off the vine, let all my attachments be taken away. And even the consciousness of death, mrichur mokshiya. Free me from that and from all unhealthy attachments. And please grant me immortality. Please grant me immortality. Ma amritad. It says, do not withhold immortality from me. So it's a beautiful mantra to repeat. Oh, when you understand it, Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiva Bandhanan, Mrichur Mokshiya, Ma amritad. So have a healthy day. Have an uplifting day, have a divine day, have a blissful day, have a meaningful and purposeful day, and be a blessing to your world. So this is my Monday message to you. Have an amazing one, everyone. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being a part of this energetic circle. Let's continue to be an inspiration to all those around us. Make life a little lighter, happier, and meaningful to everyone and in every space that we're in. Have a blessed day, everyone. My soul bows to you. Namaskar.